Same old. Gonna give this a couple of minutes. Let everybody show up. Legs are sore. A little bit of a workout yesterday. Keep things fresh. Although, being up here with this particular group of people is always going to be detrimental for your health. In a carbohydrate sense. This is why I told Jay Gulanello if he came up with us to the mountains, he could not judge, because for a couple of days the rules kind of, I don't know, disappear. What's going on? Hello, Kiss the Sky, Elisa, or Alyssa, Witchy Poo, Last One, Kill Smiley, The Saint, Bryleen, Moira. Well, just here for a couple more moments. Figured I'd say hello. Silly Boar. A lot of people I recognize. Hey, Jesse. Daughter was here for the summer. For a week. A week is never enough. Although I will say, we came here for a day longer than we usually do. Came here for a day longer than we usually do this year. And tomorrow, when it's time to wake up and pack up and go home, I'm going to be totally ready. This was good. Leaving on a Wednesday, having Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Last night we watched Friday the 13th 1 and 2. That was playing on quite frankly.tv. And then after, Abe set up some reruns of the more classic Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. So I got to see that. And I went to bed. A little bit before 1 or whatever. Feel pretty good, but it is autumnal and still beautiful out here. Did Matt get to fight any Sam Squinch? No, he didn't. Matt did tell Aurora. Yesterday, Matt told Aurora an embarrassing secret. He told Aurora in the morning, he said, "Aurora, don't tell anybody, but I did pee-pee in my bed." So, of course, she came run to tell me, and we embarrassed him. And then today, even more embarrassingly for Matt, he admitted to Aurora, please don't tell anybody, but last night I did poopy in my bed. So, Matt's been having some issues. And Aurora has not been keeping any of his secrets, and she's just been embarrassing him. So, there's a man peeking through the door. Who was it? Was there somebody behind me? Matt's on the couch. Anthony's on the other couch, plucking his guitar. And Mike is building a fire in the fireplace. And the ladies are in the kitchen. They're in the kitchen. I think they're doing some breakfast stuff. It was Slender Man. Matt needs to be potty trained. He does. But, okay, so what you guys keep me up to date now. I'm usually talking about stuff every night, things that I see, slapping it all together into what I believe to be a coherent conversation that is a little bit current events and a little bit bigger picture and seen, unseen kind of stuff. Now you guys have to let me know what the hell is going on outside of here. What did I miss? What did I miss the last 36 hours? Give me the highlights. Let's go. What did I miss? Yesterday we went to Lake George. JFK Jr. came back yesterday. Just a little update. Just this minor thing happened. I saw New York City was pretty jam packed. Who's that? You have a muffin? Did you make it? What happened? You made this muffin?
Yeah, just for you.
Let me. What did you put in it?
It's cinnamon with ice cream.
This is cinnamon with ice cream muffin?
Yup.
Oh, jeez. Thank you so much. Oh, this is good. You want some? Okay. Thank you. I got cinnamon and ice cream muffin. That was good. Okay, let's see. King's there. What's going on? Oh yeah, what did Mayor Adams? What did Adams say about the demonstrations yesterday? I didn't see any of that. Yeah, Lino, we passed by Bolton. Well, yeah, between here and Lake George is Bolton Landing. I think it's actually we're pretty close to Bolton Landing, actually. Scalise out, Jordan in. I saw Scalise's out, and that Jordan got a nomination, but he didn't get the votes. You know, and if you go on to Twitter, the Delphi murder, I'm working on a really great guest for the Delphi murders. Someone who has been suggested by the Zell brothers. So, gonna check that out. Gonna get on top of that one. Real quick on the House Speaker stuff. Don't ever be confused as to why Democrats all voted against Kevin McCarthy, even though he was a limp-wristed loser who gave them everything that they wanted. Just go to the For You tab on Twitter and look at all of the mongrels, like that midget, that 5'2" Brooklyn dad guy that always shoots himself from down here, as if he's 7 feet tall, when he's really a midget. So you go check out Brooklyn Dad, the midget feminist, and the Krasensteins. I saw Ed Krasenstein was defending Joe Biden again today, because Joe Biden, I saw he had tripped up a flight of steps again, and Ed was like on the For You tab.
I don't know why everybody is getting so upset. 80 years old I tripped up the stairs twice last week. I actually fell down the stairs.
I'm like, then you need to see a neurologist too, Ed. You and Joe Biden should go see the same neurologist. Why are you fucking falling down the stairs constantly? What's wrong with you? And you're saying this to defend him? You both need to go see a doctor. With their fucking kazoo voice.
I have a kazoo in my throat.
Well, what was I saying? This is the reason why they voted, all the Democrats voted to get McCarthy out of there, even though they're always going to get everything they wanted from him, because they can then say, I can't believe all the chaos. Look at the chaos. They can't even pick a speaker. Wow, they can't even pick a speaker, which is a sign of chaos to have, to not be able to get people to agree that there's no hive mind there. To hell with it. Who cares? Come on, why can't they be zombies like us? To hell with it all. To hell with it all. I don't, to hell with it all. I'm caring less and less. Yes, happy Saturday. Have a hot coffee. Okay, give me some more. Let's see. What else have I missed? Real, fake, LARP. You can give me whatever the hell. What happened in the last 36 hours I should know about? Who's gay? Who came out as gay? There's always something like that going on. What's going on, Cindy Rose? Hello, Best Scorpio. Hello, last one. Reb. The eclipse today, don't forget. Is it passing through where I am? I just know that Abe won't let me be gay. Abe, you won't let Katie be gay? AOC farted on air. Wait, Jesse, the AOC farting thing. What's going on, Gorbachev? The AOC farting thing. I've seen that people were releasing like infrared videos, versions, filters of videos to prove that she farted. Even if it's not real, I like this. I've seen it more than. Where's it going? I bet it smelled. I bet it smelled great, says Ron Pigpen. Listen, there's 268 people watching this right now. I bet you any money there's at least 10. There's at least 10 people watching right now who would not mind being in the same room as AOC when she farted. It's just weird like that. It's not me, I promise. But there's at least 10 people watching this stream who would pay to be in the room when she farted. It's just a matter of numbers. You have to understand this is the way it is. Maynard just raised their hands. I think Maynard might be one of them. There you go. Ron Pigpen said definitely more than 10. Okay, so Ron is the second. She went heavy on the bag of oats. Oh. It is Slender Man. Oh, it's Slender Man. Women don't fart, they fluff. That's a good way of saying it. I've got to fluff so bad. Jay Myers. Oh, really? I got to get in touch with him and get him back on. I'll text him. I'll get him back on the show. We need that. Frankly, good morning. Her farts smell like Goya and cockroaches, said King 40. Yeah, well. Yeah. Frank, both Yankees and Red Sox need to get their acts together. Baseball not the same without them with them in the basement. Oh, I think everybody else is getting on just fine. But in the Northeast, it's a little weird. The Mets are never a factor, even when they're slated to have a good season. The Yankees, if 75% of the people on the team don't lose their jobs, that's just, yeah, that's not, they have to lose their jobs. It's just such a poorly put together team. You lose your right fielder for any amount of time and the whole thing falls apart. Your right field. This is not basketball where one guy makes the entire team. It's not basketball. Just a really pathetic thing. Go Astros. Hell with that. I'm rooting for the Rangers. Raining in Brooklyn. I have a prediction. You will have a baby next year. Go forth. Be fruitful. Oh, Black Koi. That's nice. That's a nice thought. A baby. Is it a boy or is it a girl? Because I told Lauren if we have a girl, another girl at some point, and I have two girls, I said I am putting in a vote that her name should be Celeste, Aurora and Celeste. That would twins. Get the hell out of here. No, please, no. One after, just no, please. Then we would have to move. After all that work, after all the work that we just did to modernize the place that we're in right now, we would definitely have to move. We'd have to move immediately. Twins means we have to leave New York quick. There's no room. If you have boys or girls, don't matter. Healthy and strong is all that matters. They grow up to be solid human beings, said Miscellaneous Silliness. I'm with you on that one. You know why? You know why I say, well, I've been there since the beginning. As long as a baby's healthy, then that's just amazing. But I've said it before. I was rooting for a boy. I was a little nervous when we got word that it was a girl. Lauren seemed to be more nervous than I was. But Aurora? Oh my gosh. I would not trade that. Aurora made me feel okay with having 5 girls if we ever had that many children. I'd be fine with 5. They're not all going to be, you know, every personality is different one way or another. What would you name a boy? If Aurora were a boy, if she were a boy instead of who she is, her name was going to be Joseph. Her name was going to be Joseph. That was my great grandfather's name. That's the great grandfather who was yesterday was Fatima Day. That's my great grandfather who was there for the miracle of the sun in Portugal. And we haven't had. There's a few Josephs in the family, but what was a, yeah, I that was going to be a nice strong name. I think I like that. A good Italian name. There is we have a, you want another nice Italian name that's in the family now. We have a Santino in the family now. We have my newest cousin, Aurora's newest cousin, Santino Vincent. So Santino's a strong name. It's a strong name. It's definitely a strong name. We have a Santino Vincent in the family now. You had a cousin Santos. Santino the Bambino. Who's babysitting the cats? Anthony got a friend of a cousin's to babysit Pyretta, and my sister-in-law is peeking in on Lila. Love that name, The Godfather. I've been reading The Godfather up here. I love it. Oh my gosh. I might have said that yesterday too. I love it. Reading this book has been so enthralling, so fun. And I can't wait to watch 1 and 2 together. Because obviously, the first movie and the second movie, they are in this book. The throwbacks to old New York, where Don Vito got his start, dealing with Finucci and the Black Hand, Sicily. It's great. It's been really wonderful. I hope you guys jump in on it. I still don't understand why the young Hollywood men had to go to parties to sleep with the older Hollywood women. What was the point of that? You know, subservience, subjective, being subjected to different hierarchies of power, taking out, I would say, taking out truly strong alpha masculine tendencies to be your own person, not be totally controlled. I think to be whipped into sexual subservience is definitely an aspect of Hollywood. There's all different types of ways that they take you out. Obviously, they go and they victimize women as well. Like when we were in session 2 with Jay Dyer last week before I left earlier on Monday night this week before we left for here, that was crazy to put together. Whatchamacallit? The orgy at the Hollywood orgy at the end of the Academy Awards. That was crazy to put together who was in that. Obviously, Johnny Fontaine was based on Frank Sinatra, and that is not conjecture. Mario Puzo spent a lot of time in Vegas talking to connected guys just to put together the reality of this world and how it functions and certain people inside of it. He used the war film that he did with Donna Reed that pretty much swept through the Oscars. That's all in there too. But it made so much sense because I knew Donna Reed had a really, really promiscuous kind of reputation. But when he ended that one chapter talking about how everybody at this after party at the Oscars thought it would be a good idea to strip down the the male and female lead winners of the awards and have them have sex in front of everybody there, and putting it together that it was Frank Sinatra and Donna Reed. That was, I was like, damn. I mean, we're talking about the 1950s. That's not even like 21st century degeneracy. This has just always been there, I guess. And Caparotto, Max, I was going to call you last night. No, not last night. Maybe the night before. Because Matt had made a comment about the sky, the night sky, and the shape of the Earth, and I wanted to call you up. I might call you tonight, but Max, no. Somebody also mentioned the whatchamacall. Somebody had mentioned the eclipse. Where is that going to pass through, Max? The eclipse is passing through New York. We're going to be able to see it. Out west, everyone will see it. You'll be like 40 or 30%. Okay. Four states. We'll see what Max says. Any chance of getting Velez back on? Yes, Velez is coming on this in November with V Gorilla. I think I have the whole crew on coming back on in November. Do I believe in Jesus Christ returning very soon? That's above my pay grade. Not in the return, but the very soon. I don't know. Things are very bad, and every time the world gets really bad, some people at least assume that means that we're careening toward that prophesized end. But I don't know. I'm not in the business of making those types of predictions. Just don't know. The red heifers. We talked about the red heifers. The red heifers that were exported out of Texas into Israel. When did we talk about that? Was it last year or was it 2021? Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting there. It was in the last 2 years that we covered that really obscure story about the red heifers and the building of the third temple and all that shit. And yeah, it was last year. Okay. Yeah. Eclipse starts in Oregon, 9/13, then heads out to Nevada. Okay, so it's not going to come through us. But we'll see, like, what, a portion of the sky? Hey, Josh from Detroit, what's up? Don't matter if you don't believe it. They do. Love you, Frank. Watch you every night. Thank you. God is great always. Thank you. Thank you. Frank, what do you think Elijah caught a ride on? I don't know. A taxi, a yellow cab. Elijah caught a ride on a yellow cab, the old yellow cab there. When the age when a taxi medallion was worth its weight in gold. It'll look like a crescent eclipse to you. But about what time? Around 3 p.m.? I'll make sure. We have nice skies today. We have nice skies today. I should be able to get a glimpse if some of this cloud cover goes away. Anyhow, Frank, I'm in Mamaroneck, and it's cloudy here. Oh, Annie. I love cloudy days in the mountains. Cloudy days at home, whatever. That's just... Actually, I like cloudy days in the fall no matter what. I love, no matter... the greatest thing I love in the fall is that little moment, couple of weeks, where you have there's a lot of overcast. So I love the gray in the background and hints of yellow and orange in the foreground with all of the trees. Now, you're not getting that effect here today, but to me, there is nothing cozier than a gray and orange day. Love it. These are chemtrails, not natural clouds. It's a very, very wide trail, if so. It got cold a month too early this year. That's it. Okay, listen. I'll be on a little bit later. You know what? Maybe I'll go if we're here during the time of whatever kind of partial eclipse we get to see. I'll go live again. But I'm glad to have chilled with you all for a little bit. I like these morning talks. I might be able to do a lot more of these morning talks. The morning show with Tracy is changing up a little bit. If some of you watched that, you know, because I haven't been around this week. She talked about a shift away from a lot of news and into more human interest, lighthearted stuff, which it needed to happen. But aside from that, I will be doing just, especially by the new year, I'll be doing just one of those 3 days. So it'll just be a 1 day a week thing for me, and I think that is going to be a much needed adjustment, and it's going to breathe new life into that show. So with a lot more mornings open, we'd be able to do a couple of these a week. I would love to do that. I'd love to do. Love to sit down here in the early morning, have a coffee with you guys and gals, and just discuss the direction of the day and kind of preview where we're going. So I'll be in touch. Maybe I'll get back on here when the eclipse happens. But if I miss any of you in there, I'm sorry. If you had something important to say, just email me, quitefranklypodcast@gmail.com. And I'll see you soon. A più tardi. And we'll be in touch. All right? Take care. Be good.